The Helping Hands woodlot is located next to the Hunger and Health Coalition, which is off Bamboo Road on 421. Helping Hands woodlot is a great place to volunteer, but can be dangerous if certain precautions are not taken. This safety video will explain what steps need to be taken in order to ensure an experience that is as safe as possible. The woodlot can be a loud place because of all the splitters and chainsaws, and ear protection is essential. Volunteers are welcome to bring their own earmuffs, but earplugs are provided at the woodlot. When preparing to work with a chainsaw, a person needs to be outfitted with the correct equipment. These orange chainsaw chaps are made to protect an operator's legs when a chainsaw kicks back. These chainsaw chaps are essential and buckle around the waist as well as behind the legs. Ear protection, preferably earmuffs, are required at all times when operating a chainsaw. Eye protection is also required when operating a chainsaw, and this is provided at the woodlot. Gloves are needed to protect one's hands when operating a saw. When a person is properly outfitted with the required equipment, they are ready to begin working with the saw. A chainsaw must be filled with 50-to-1 mixed gas and oil, and must be filled with bar oil before operation can begin.
The chainsaw is one of the most vital tools we have in this wood ministry, but it's also one of the most dangerous. And there's several very basic things that you need to constantly be aware of. First is when you're fueling, make sure that there's no one else around and that the saw is cool so that if you have an overspill it won't ignite. In starting the saw, it's important to have it securely in hand so that once it fires it doesn't kick up and cut you. To do that, I always make sure that I have one foot on the handle, and then I pull the starting cable with my right hand. That way, if it does fire, it can't kick. A lot of people will try to put it between their legs to pull this, or just yank it this way, and the saw can do some weird things, so it's always better to be safe than sorry. Anything that'll cut through wood will certainly cut through bone.
The Helping Hands woodlot is blessed to have several wood splitters which need to be taken out of the shed before use. This usually requires 3 people, with 2 in the front and 1 in the back pushing the splitter. Be sure and roll the splitter into proper position on level ground before use. When working with a wood splitter, it is imperative that the person keep their hands on the sides of the wood and not in between the wedge and bottom piece. While one person controls the lever on the side of the splitter, another person will be at the end handling the wood. Gloves are needed when working with the wood in order to prevent splinters. When the wood is split, throw it into the correct pile while making sure no one is in the way when you toss the wood. When you are done working with the wood splitter, turn the engine off and return the hydraulic cylinder to the horizontal position, parallel to the frame. 2 people will push from the tongue of the splitter, while 1 person will pull from the back. This is the same position as when you take the splitter out of the shed. Push the splitter all the way into the back of the shed so that it can be locked up.